It's a bird, it's a plane, it's the Goodyear Blimp. Since its first aerial broadcast during the Rose Bowl in 1955, the Goodyear Blimp has been an icon at sporting events and entertainment across the United States. I have always wanted to know what it's like to take a ride in the Goodyear Blimp, and also, like, how does it work? I'm here in Carson, California to take a flight on the Spirit of Innovation. Tell us a little bit about the skills that go into flying this particular model of blimp.
Boy, this particular model, there's only one set of controls in there, so it takes a long time to learn. You got to be really careful. The new ones, which are more fly by the numbers and checklists, this one's a little bit more, you have to feel the airship. We call it, you have to wear it, you have to put it on when you fly it. This model is the GZ20 Alpha model, and it's been a workhorse for Goodyear for many decades. They've been flying for over 45 years. They're phasing out the GZ20 Alpha model, and they're moving on to the next generation that will carry us in the future for another couple of decades. Blimp, essentially, there's no structure on the inside. The shape is maintained through helium pressure. Whereas with the new ones, the semi-rigids, they actually have a keel, they have a framework on the inside. The engines won't be mounted down in the car, they'll be mounted up on the side of the hemisphere of the envelope. The engines are a lot quieter, it's much more maneuverable. There's actually three engines on the new one, there's one on the tail as well. So it's a lot faster, has a lot more capability.
Back to the Spirit of Innovation here, how fast are we talking, 0 to 60?
This one, top speed 50.
Great. Oh, good.
Yeah. The new ones will be roughly around the mid-70s.
So what's the wildest experience if you could encapsulate it into a statement?
We went to Canada this past summer, and so you're going to the Pacific Northwest, you're offshore, off the coast, seeing whales, and then it's just absolutely gorgeous. And that's when you feel like, wow, I'm really fortunate, to be able to see this. And I mean, not too many people get the chance to fly an American icon.
Let's jump in and take a spin.
So right now, anything yellow is ground support equipment gets taken off before you go fly.
Okay.
So what he's doing, he's manually turning on an electric blower. There's a scoop back there.
Air.
So he's dumping, so basically he's determined that there's more air in the nose than there is in the tail, and so he's dumping it out of the nose and putting it into the tail to kind of balance it out. When you're flying it, you do it basically by feel. You'll put it into an idle at about 1,000 feet. And when you're at idle, if it does like this, if the nose drops, it's like, oh, I got too much in the nose, I'm gonna put some in the tail, and you do it that way. Or if it's just the opposite, if it points nose up, like, oh, got too much in the tail, let's dump some out of the tail and put some in the nose.
Part of today's event is a groundbreaking ceremony to help kick off the construction of an inflatable hangar that will house the brand new Goodyear Blimp. This will be the largest inflatable hangar of its kind.
So when this ship is inflated, when it's built, there's somebody with it 24/7, rain or shine, it doesn't matter, until it's decommissioned. It requires 13 people to operate this ship on the ground. Okay. So when the ship comes in for a landing, we run towards the ship as it's coming and landing, and you'll have 13 guys which will catch the ship.
When someone's on blimp watch overnight, they're not just chilling out watching Netflix.
No, they're not. So there's different things that happen with the ship. So it's full of helium. Helium is a gas, and temperature, it's really sensitive to temperature. When it gets hot, it creates more lift, the ship gets light. You have to put ballast in to compensate for that, or else you end up with a ship on a mast.
Above our heads, there's 2 air bladders or ballonets. So what we're going to do, it's kind of like a seesaw where air is weight. You want those, you want the air balanced out so it flies level on its own, so that I really don't have to use the elevator control that much.
Everybody has a swimming pool. You ever fly over your neighborhood and spy on your neighbors?
Sometimes when I know my son's about to get out of school and we're in that area, I'll fly over the top of school. Here's the Exxon Mobil refinery.
I thought this was going to be great, and now having experienced it, I was right. Great. There's a whale. I see a whale.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
With a calf. There's a whale and a calf right there.
Holy moly.
Amazing time out here at the Goodyear Blimp. I'd like to thank everybody here at Goodyear in Carson, our pilot Matthew St. John, everybody who we talked to and spoke with here to make this day unforgettable. Now, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go have sleepy dreams of blimping through the sky.